Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Putri Nur Al-Azal Kabir Roslan, Matrix ID 2023375407. I'm supervised by Puan Azrani Muhammad Noor. For this video presentations, I'll present about my research proposal titled Forecasting Petrol Price RON95, RON97 and Diesel in Malaysia using Arima and Holt'S methods.
Chapter 1.
Introduction, background of study. Petroleum is the most important sources of energy for the global economy in the world. Sylvia et al. 2020 stated that petroleum or gasoline is the fundamental asset for the economy and also for the society. More than half, which is 50% of fuel used in the transportation, is gasoline. As we know, petrol price is the main role daily life for us, as we need to take responsibility in managing our daily expenses. This since the transportation is the most important aspect of our daily life. Moreover, the petrol price affects many aspects of life, including demand and supply, inflation rate, cost of transportation, and the stability of the economy itself. In Malaysia, we use RON95, RON97, and diesel. This study aims to compare the forecasting performance using Arima and Holt'S methods, hence to predict the petrol price in Malaysia using the best model. These two models are compared using three measurement error, mean absolute error (MAE), mean square error (MSE), and mean absolute percentage error (MAPE).
This is the trend fluctuation of petrol price start from May 2017 until 16th May 2024 weekly changes.
Problem statement. Petrol price fluctuation in Malaysia are the critical concern for both consumer and policymaker, significantly impacting the economy by affecting transportation costs, consumer price, and overall economic stability. Shari et al. 2013 state that price of oil has a significant impact of the economy of every country. The most important commodity that drive the economy forward is petrol. Despite the importance of understanding this price movement, there is a lack of comprehensive analysis and accurate forecasting model specifically tailored to the Malaysian context. From 2017 to 2024, petrol price in Malaysia have fluctuated significantly due to the factors. However, there has been a limited resources has compared the effectiveness of different forecasting model for this price movement. This study aims to fill this gap by analyzing historical price data of RON95, RON97, and diesel to identify the patterns and trends. This study aims to determine the most accurate forecasting model between Holt'S method and Arima method by evaluating their performance in predicting future petrol price. Objective. The study main goal is to forecast future petrol price in Malaysia. Specific objective has three. First is to investigate the behavioral pattern in petrol price fluctuation in Malaysia from 2017 to 2024. Second, to identify the most accurate forecasting model to forecast petrol price in Malaysia. And lastly is to forecast the petrol price in Malaysia using the most appropriate method. Scope and limitation of study. Scope of study. The scope of study encompasses predicting petrol price in Malaysia using Arima method and Holt'S method. The data is secondary data from the www.gov.my. The study will start from 30 March 2017 until 18 April 2024, and it shows the weekly changes. Limitation of the study. The limitation of the study is the potential for model inaccuracies due to unforeseen events or disruption in petrol market, such as sudden changes in government regulation, natural disaster affecting oil production, or unexpected fluctuation in global oil prices. Additionally, the study scope may be limited to the availability and quality of data. Data inconsistencies, missing value, or inaccuracies in the historical petrol price data could affect the reliability and robustness of the forecasting models. Significance of study. It benefits to the Malaysian citizens and also for the governments, Malaysian citizens or individuals. From the study, Malaysian citizens can get the information from the study to be aware about the trending of the petrol price in Malaysia for them to budget their financial planning. Next, benefit for the owner, small and big business. Research help them with the cost of operating for business that depend on the vehicle or the transportation. Allows them to maintain their profitability and productivity.
Chapter 2.
Introduction of petroleum, gasoline, and diesels. Tony Edison et al. 2018 stating that petroleum is the one of the energy resources that is categorized as the main and important for the global economy and most traded goods all around the world. She et al. 2010 state that petroleum goods represent the most popular energy resources type, accounting for about 60% of the total consumption of energy in 2005. According to the past forecast, Malaysia gasoline fuel consumption in 2032 could reach 17.19 billion liters, up from 15.92 billion liters the years previously, and agreed by the Statista Department 2022 that the fuel petrol consumption is very outstanding and increase yearly. Understanding the trends in petrol price offers valuable insight into Malaysia's economic health, government policies, and the consumer behavior. Forecasting petrol price using the Arima methods. Entire 2023 conduct a cross-sectional study focusing on petrol and diesel prices in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, Arima 011, and the study found that this model is the most suitable for the forecasting regional fuel prices. Similarly, with the study by Sokalingam et al. 2021, they utilized the Arima model, Arima 14114 and Arima 012 to predict the RON95. They highlight the Arima 14114. Zul et al. 2022 explored the forecasting of fuel price in Zambia from 2022 to 2023 using the Arima 112 model. The finding shows that the Arima 112 model consistently produced smaller forecast error. Collectively, this study underscored the applicable effectiveness of Arima model in forecasting petroleum future price across different geographical contexts. Comparative analysis of forecasting methods for petrol price. Various study has explored the effectiveness of different forecasting methods in predicting petroleum price across diverse geographical and topographical contexts. Thus, et al. 2023 conduct a comprehensive study in Tanzania, compare the performance of the Arima and Holt'S methods. As a result, when predicting petroleum price in Tanzania, Arima 111 surpassed double exponential smoothing model. James He 2023 explored gasoline price forecasting in the US using both univariate and multivariate time series model, including Arima and exponential smoothing. The finding illustrate that the Arima model gives the best performance for the training data with the minimal RMSE value of the 0.142. On the other hand, the Holt'S model shows better result for the test data with an RMSE of 0.697. From the study that conducted by Gasper et al. 2023 compared the performance of Arima and Holt'S method in Tanzania, it is inspiring to do the research about the petrol price in Malaysia that compared by the Arima and Holt'S method too.
Chapter 3. This study will use the Arima autoregressive integrated moving average method and Holt'S method.
Holt'S methods. Holt'S method is an extension of simple exponential smoothing for the time series data with trend, and it is known as the double exponential smoothing. Double exponential smoothing incorporates a component that help identify and smooth both the level average value and the trend direction and rate of change in the data. There are three equations for the Holt'S methods: level equation, trend equation, and forecast equations. Now we proceed with the Arima method. Autoregressive integrated moving average. Arima is a statistical technique for predicting the future value. The information is derived from the historical data. Historical value differences and the forecast error with delays. There are three breakdowns for the Arima, which is AR with the parameter P is the number of the autoregressive term based on this past data. Second is integrated I, parameter D, degree of the first differencing or the number of non-seasonal differences needed for the stationary. And lastly, moving average, MA, parameter Q, is the number of like forecast errors in the prediction equation, T. So, Arima methods formula combine all of them. This figure shows how the Arima model works. There are three stages in the Arima process. Stage 1, model identifications. The identification process is to identify the ideal number of AR and MA terms for the model, as well as the right model structure for the time series data. In this stage, firstly, the data is split into two parts, which is training and testing sets. In this study, the dataset will be split into the 18-20 ratio, in which 20% is used for the training model and 20% is used for the testing sets. Next, we need to calculate and analyze the historical dataset by plotting the ACF and PACF graph. The ACF and PACF plots will be used to figure out the best lag order for autoregressive AR and moving average MA model in the time series analysis. The augmented decay Fuller ADF test is used to investigate whether the data is stationary or not. P. The test assumes a null hypothesis that the time series is a non-stationary and has a unit roots, meaning it has a trend that increases or decreases over time. Meanwhile, the data is stationary for the alternative hypothesis H1 with no unit roots. The data series are said stationary if the p-value less than the significant value. For the stationary time series, we can proceed to the next step. If the time series is not stationary, we need to differentiate the time series and reject the stationary. Autocorrelation function ACF. The autocorrelation function is the plot of the relationship between a time series and its derivation known as lag. ACF plots are used to determine the values of the P, AR. ACF values lies between -1 to 1 and the 1 is the perfect positive correlations. -1 shows the negative correlation and 0 is no correlations. Partial autocorrelation function PACF. The PACF plots helps to identify the order of the AR components in in an Arima models. This plot displays the correlation between a time series and its lags values, accounting for the effect of intermediate lags. Stage 2. Parameter estimation. Stage 2 is the model estimation and validation process. The fit value must closely match the real values to produce the best fitting model by estimating the parameters and generating the estimate value. This study will use the AIC and BIC at this stage. A case information criterions, AIC, initially used for selecting predictors in regression analysis, is equally available for determining in order of the Arima model. A low AIC value indicates a better model, as it suggests a model that fits the data well without being overly complex. Bayesian information criterions. The Bayesian information criterions, BIC, is used to choose the model that produces the most accurate out of sample forecast by evaluating the model's goodness of fits and complexity. A low BIC value indicates a better model, suggesting a good balance between model fit and complexity. Now we proceed with the stage 3, diagnostic checking. During the diagnostic checking or data cleaning stage, the selected model is stated against the original data to ensure it accurately represents the series. If a model fits the data well, its estimate error or result are typically randomly distributed as habit homostochasticity, and shows no discernible pattern meeting the criteria for the similarity to white noise. If the chosen model does not meet expectations, stage 1 until 3 are repeated with a newly identified model to enhance the previous one. This iterative process continues until a satisfactory model is achieved. During diagnostic checks, the L-Box test, LBQ test, is used to assess whether autocorrelation is present in the residual of fitted time series model. Finally, the model forecasting. The model is now prepared to be utilized to produce the forecast values if all test conditions are satisfied and its fitness has been validated. The value prediction can be represented as confidence interval or as single value objects. The predicted values probabilistic evaluation of certainty and uncertainty are provided by the confidence interval estimator. Forecast error is simply the difference between the actual outcome and the predicted outcome. It tells us how accurate a forecast or prediction is and can be presented as either a percentage or a numerical value. After forecasting, we do the model evaluations. Model evaluation is a significant step in time series forecasting and involves comparing the fit of the model with its predicted accuracy. The mean absolute error, root mean square error, and mean absolute percentage error are widely employed to gauge forecast effectiveness. Such measures present numerical values that show how much actual data agrees with predicted values. A lower value of errors indicate a better prediction accuracy. MAE, mean absolute error, without considering the direction, the average amount of errors in a set of forecasts can be defined as the mean absolute error. MSE, mean square error. The mean square error, or MSE, measures the statistical model's error level. The average square difference between the actual and predicted values is measured. Mean absolute percentage error, MAPE, is a metric utilized to assess the accuracy of predictions in various fields.
That's all from me. Thank you.